Chance early on. Ooh. Good evening everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Wednesday the 10th of April 2024 and tonight we're off back to the King George V Stadium. It is Guisborough Town versus Town in Northern League Division 1. Now of course I was meant to be doing a video last night of the Gateshead versus Aldershot Town game, but I am 99.99% sure you've read about everything that went on there, and don't think it's really appropriate to go into detail in this particular video, given that obviously these two clubs had nothing to do with it whatsoever. But going into this game this evening, Guisborough currently in 6th place in the Northern League Division 1 table, still in with a shout at the playoffs, but they are starting to look, those hopes are starting to look a little bit faint now, I'm not going to lie, but at the weekend picked up a really impressive 2-1 win over the Shildon, who are in a bit of a two-horse race with Bishop Auckland for the Northern League Division 1 title, and they'll be looking to back that up tonight and maybe catapult themselves right back into the playoff chase up against Town, who are in 19th place, which is of course second bottom. Only won 3 games all season, although those 3 games were all in March, 2 against Northallerton and 1 against Newcastle Benfield. So almost out of nowhere really, they've given themselves a bit of a fighting chance to stay up. So it's going to be a pretty big game at both ends of the table tonight. You would expect it will be a home win. I think obviously Guisborough's squad probably is stronger anyway, but Town will obviously come out fighting. They'll give it everything they've got, and look like they could maybe pull off what was not that long ago at all a pretty unlikely survival. So I think on a personal level it is good to just be able to go through a match tonight and it be about the actual football and not about the weather, as I encountered last night, and as it's looking like I may have to encounter tomorrow. So let's head down to the King George V Stadium and find out how it all unfolds. So the teams are warming up, Town all getting ready here. I think maybe in a green strip tonight. Of course the usual colours would be black and white. Anyway, Guisborough getting ready in the distance, of course, going to be in the usual red and white. Anyway, I'll see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel and ready to start the match.
Depends on the weather. He turns around and says, "No, is your picture as shit as your turning?"
I wonder. Chance early on. Ooh. Still on. Keeper's hurt himself down for that
Guisborough's
one.
second goal coming in the 13th minute through.
Starting to wonder if this could be a bit of a cricket score.
Guisborough's third goal coming in the 23rd minute through.
Defending that.
Well done.
Oh, good save. Good save, keeper. Oh, that's a penalty.
Come on. Get it!
Oh.
Fourth goal for the penalty spot. Number 9,
Oh, save.
half-time, ladies and gentlemen.
Half-time, Guisborough Town 4, Tower Town 0. Heading for, well, I'd say a bit more of a rugby score than a cricket score, but all the same, a very, very one-sided game this so far. Obviously, Guisborough do need the win to obviously maintain, I'd say, realistic hopes of a playoff spot. And look, they're really not messing about tonight, being a pretty clinical from the word go. Really got at Tower Lord. Tower Lord haven't really had that many moments in the game, I'd say, but unfortunately for them, this isn't the first time that they've been on the receiving end of this kind of thing this season. I think it's been a really difficult year, in particular for them and for RCA as well. So we saw Guisborough beat RCA 6-0 up at their place not that long ago. So, and the similar thing is occurring here, really. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second half. If Guisborough do look to go and score a few more goals, obviously at this stage of the season, the higher goal difference the better, really, or will maybe have a bit more mercy on Tower Lord, try and maybe wind it in a bit more. It'll be interesting to see, but as the contest goes, it is definitely done. Be absolutely shocked if Tower Lord did get back into this, but as I said, I think it's, for now for Guisborough, it's just about maintaining player fitness, but also just making sure that the goal difference is as healthy as it can be. like, obviously managed to beat one of them and obviously just missed out to the other, but
Ended up flying and scoring a nice little run.
there we are. Full-time Guisborough Town 4, Tower Town 0. As a spectator of a football match, I've got to be honest, I don't really like games that are done and dusted by half-time. It does more often than not make the second half a bit of a dead rubber, but what I will say though is that Tower definitely worked hard tonight and did have a couple of good chances there in the second half, but were ultimately denied by the Guisborough keeper, who I think once again had a pretty solid game tonight. But all in all, it is another 3 points for the Priormen, and of course it does keep the playoff hopes alive. But obviously at this stage they are probably needing to win their remaining 3 games, I think it is, and even then would be, you know, relying on favours from elsewhere, so it is pretty unlikely, but if you're still up there, you have still got a chance, and certainly shouldn't give up on it yet. Stranger things have happened, and look, I think this season for Guisborough has been most definitely an improvement on last season. It is most definitely progress, so it is a step in the right direction. So I think if they maybe don't quite make the cut this year, then I can definitely see them being there or thereabouts once again next season, maybe take that one step further. I mean, obviously a lot of it would depend on can they keep a good core of the squad, etc. Can they improve where they need to improve? But you know what? Yeah, it was probably a result that most were expecting tonight, and it has come off, and but at the same time, obviously Tower do still have everything to fight for, and it was obviously down to Guisborough to make sure that they were like professional about it tonight, and they've duly done that, and it is another 3 points. It is 2 wins on the spin, so can they at least get a bit of form and momentum to take into next season? But that is that for this video, and I might be back tomorrow with AFC File versus Gateshead, but it is subject to an 11 AM pitch inspection. If the game is called off, then I'll be back on Saturday with the Maidenhead United away game. So yeah, regardless, the next video will be a Gateshead game. If tomorrow's not on, then to be honest, I'm just going to use tomorrow night and Friday night as a chance to just give myself a little breather more than anything, and because apologies for sounding like Jurgen Klopp, but I am running out of energy with just my workload at work, and obviously doing the videos as well, among other things. So yeah, just got to think about myself ultimately. Obviously, allow myself to have a bit of a break as well. But until tomorrow or until Saturday, take care. Cheers for watching. See you later.